In conjunction with the launch of the third milestone of the Special Allotment Release Order or SARO document from the Department of Budget and Management or DBM to the Philippine Navy's Offshore Patrol Vessel Acquisition Project, the contract for this project has been awarded to South Korea's HD Hyundai Heavy Industries. Initially named as the HDP-2400 design, this design later became the HDP-2200 Plus Offshore Patrol Vessel design, determining the final output, construction, and delivery of the vessel to the Philippine Navy. This project requires a minimum of six units. Before the change of government occurred on June 30, 2022, the Department of National Defense signed an agreement with South Korean shipbuilder Hyundai Heavy Industries for the construction of six offshore patrol vessels for the Philippine Navy when both parties signed a contract, which may set out the obligations of the buyers and sellers involved, from delivery dates to milestone payment schemes. South Korean shipbuilder Hyundai Heavy Industries, HHI, said one of two missile corvettes ordered by the Philippine Navy, PN, will be delivered in 2025 and the second the following year. HHI added that the work schedule for the corvette is running according to schedule because construction began this May. HHI refers to the steel cutting that is considered in naval circles to be the beginning of warship construction. He also added that construction of the second corvette will begin this November. The Department of National Defense, DND, signed a 28 billion Philippine pesos contract with HHI for the acquisition of two new corvettes for PN on December 27, 2021. Hyundai Heavy Industries, HHI, plans to deliver the first corvette in 2025 and the second corvette in 2026. The company is on track to achieve its target delivery date due to timely construction of the vessels. For the first corvette, work begins according to the initial schedule planned for May 2023 and the first block will be laid in November this year. The corvette is capable of carrying out anti-ship, anti-submarine and anti-air warfare missions and will have heavier weapons than the Jose Rizal class frigates. These ships will act as a barrier to the Navy's two Jose Rizal class frigates, also built by HHI. The ship has room for a 76mm main naval gun in position A 16-cell VLS aft of the main naval gun, torpedo launchers on the port and starboard sides, and a gun-based short-range weapons system atop the helicopter hangar. The space for the vertical launch system has been extended to accommodate a 16-cell system, and the helicopter landing deck has also apparently been extended to allow for a longer helicopter design. South Korean defense company Hanwha Systems has been awarded a contract to supply the new corvette's combat management system, CMS. UK-based defense company C has been contracted by Hyundai Heavy Industries to supply torpedo launch systems for the new corvettes, and C is delivering two of its TLS systems to each of them. Additionally, the ship is equipped with a 30mm secondary weapon system that comes from Turkey-based defense company ASELSAN, the same company that produces the Gokdeniz close-in weapon system or 35mm CIWS that the Philippine Navy's HDC corvettes may soon have in various weapon subcomponents installed on ships, and also those with remote control weapon systems or RCWS similar to those installed on the Jose Rizal frigate. Philippine Navy's Offshore Patrol Vessel Acquisition Project is just one of the big-ticket projects of the said organization, wherein it comes along with the purpose of improving the capabilities of the offshore combat force, as the whole naval service branch of the armed forces of the Philippines is now shifting to modern naval vessels from the old World War II era vessels that it decommissioned recently. The HDP-240 offshore patrol vessel designed by Hyundai Heavy Industries may serve as another significant development regarding the capabilities of the Philippine Navy as compared to its condition in the early 2000s, whereby the most capable vessels during that time are the former Peacock class, now Jacinto class patrol vessels from British Royal Navy, with its 76mm Oto Melara gun being the most sophisticated weaponry during that time. Having these vessels is still important to the Philippine Navy, as these may provide a significant presence in other areas of the country's vast territorial waters, relieving more capable vessels that are more needed in areas such as the West Philippine Sea, giving an assurance that these waters are safe to traverse by commercial vessels, and for fishing vessels to catch fish, as this serves as one among multiple lifelines of the country's food security. With the size of the HDP-240 offshore patrol vessel design regarding its hull and tonnage, it has the huge potential for future upgrades, as the space may get any weapons subcomponent that the Philippine Navy has the fullest discretion to install on board these vessels, ranging from anti-ship missile canisters for the likes of SSM-700KC Star anti-ship missile or torpedo launchers for the K-745 Blue Shark torpedoes, both of which are available on board other Navy ships like the Jose Rizal class frigates. Also, with the licensing agreements that allow the Philippines to build such ships within the country for local use, the South Korean shipbuilder Hyundai Heavy Industries helped provide a push for the country's Self-Reliance Defense Posture or SRDP, wherein it comes with the sense or revival under the Marcos administration, with improving the local defense industrial complex being one of their primary aims for the defense establishment. With these developments coming on hand, it is interesting to see how the Philippine Navy may look like for the next 6 to 8 years from now, given that it may get filled with modern naval hardware as compared to its composition years ago, as the whole armed forces of the Philippines is doing in its whole effort to modernize its military hardware and capabilities into the modern age. Now with Horizon 3 coming on its way, starting in the year 2023, it comes with the hopes and aspirations that the Philippine Navy may not stop into just gaining 6 units of offshore patrol vessels, and instead adding more units into a sufficient number that are part of the country's effort into having a minimum credible defense posture, providing necessary deterrence for the country's defense against both internal and external threats that may put harm to the whole nation's sovereignty and national interest.